It's Thursday, and the weather's not looking that bad. Although I can see rain and a rainbow now. Semantics. Today is the day I'm testing out my new tent. I've got it all packed up in this bag that I haven't used in months. I'm going for a walk. Let's go! Just before I set off, I've just put this bag on and instantly you can tell the difference with how light it is. Like, to the point where I think I've forgotten something. That's a good sign, unless I've actually forgotten something. Let's go. So COVID struck again briefly. One of the chefs that we work with in the restaurant has come in close contact with someone who's tested positive, which means we're having to cover some of her shifts, which is fine. This morning I was going to come on this walk with Chris, but he went down to prep and help the other chef, Jamie, who's in the kitchen, and it's just got hammered and he's having to stay in there all day. So waited a few hours, hopefully, because he was going to come, but it's obviously not the case anymore, so I've set off. Not much changed, slight route variation because I won't have time to walk the whole circuit I planned, but it doesn't matter. We're out, we're on the way, the tent's packed up. Here we go. 10 minutes in, it's just started to rain. There's that beautiful weather we had this morning as well. But hey, rain jacket on my bag as well. Who'd have thought hiking in the Peak Districts in October would be so wet and cold? Something I'm not used to yet is trying to regulate your temperature properly when you're walking. So it's raining, it's windy, put your coat on. Makes sense. But if you're walking uphill like I'm doing now, you soon get real sweaty, and that's not good because that'll just make you colder. So you've got to kind of, I don't know, sort of let yourself be exposed to the elements a little bit. I think. I'm probably wrong on that actually. Someone who actually knows what they're doing, comment on below, see what I'm doing wrong. It's windy at the top. When I'm not out walking, sometimes I kind of forget why I do it. I'm like, why do you enjoy doing that? It just gets you like hot and sweaty and it's a lot of effort. And that's actually one of the reasons I do it, it's effort, it's fun. But the main reason I think is just when you get there, just see the views. I don't know what it is about the human psyche, the ability to see really long way is kind of really nice. It's not so much a height thing, because I hate heights. I've never really had a fear of hiking since I've been walking, because you're always on the ground. No matter how high you get, you're still on the ground, if that makes sense. There was one moment when I was hiking up, when I was failing to hike up Scarfell Pike, and I looked back and I had a moment. I was like, God, we are really high off the ground, but that passed in a few moments. This path obviously used to be a path a couple of 100 years ago. And I don't think they've actually like maintained it since, because it's just this. Hey, like, you know, does its job, but yeah, could be better. So after coming over Holland's Cross, just that dip in the mountain just there, I've just realised something. Back at the start of the year, I wasn't doing any hiking, and the thought of going over Holland's Cross, which is by no means hard, would have seemed hard to me. And I keep going back to thoughts of the first time I was doing hikes, especially around here, Jacob's Ladder, Ollerbrook, Grimesbrook. All of them I found quite difficult. And I've just slowly been getting better and better with that, you know, my core stamina and whatever. All of it's getting a bit better. And I've only just realised that because I've just gone over Holland's Cross like it was nothing. It's because it is nothing. But a little old unfit me at the start of the year wouldn't have noticed that. So it's nice to see progress being made. The point of this video though isn't to go for a walk, it's to try my new tent. And the original idea was to find somewhere kind of like high up and on my own and have a little free camp. But plans change, as they always do this year. I've got to go work at 7:30 in the morning, so I can't really be waking up high in the hills. Luckily, where I work is a campsite, so yeah, that's worked out quite nicely. Same at a campsite, but it is out of season. Whole field to myself. Let's get this brand new tent up, see what it looks like. That was by far one of the worst night's sleep I've ever had. No fault of the tents, definitely a fault of mine. One thing I forgot to bring, I think I've forgotten something, unless I've actually forgotten something, was my blow-up mattress. It rolls down to the size of like an Evian water bottle. It's fantastic. So I've just been sleeping on just the ground. And then when the winds picked up, the rain was coming down, as nice as it is to hear, it was very, very cold. And even though I was layered up, I just couldn't get warm all night. I think I must have had, definitely less than an hour's sleep in total, just by tossing and turning. But this is why we do these tests. If I'd have just taken this straight to the Yorkshire Wolds, I would have found that out there and wouldn't have been able to do anything to rectify it. So now what I need to do is find myself a tiny water bottle, a hot water bottle, to keep myself warm at night. That's like an essential, because last night's sleep, I couldn't do that over a long period of time, over and over again. Yeah. All in all, it was a perfectly successful trip, apart from the fact I was freezing. And the way to counteract that is I bought myself a hot water bottle. Problem sorted. I'm going to the Yorkshire Wolds Way on November the 2nd. It'll take me 4 to 5 days to do, and that'll be my full test run before the walk. Speaking of the walk, there is a pretty big announcement I'm going to make in the next couple of days. I think it was inevitable, but I'll leave that to the next video. Until then, peace!